Oh, Nine's just a quick review on some of the clips from the match against Armor last week. Good result. Certainly could have gone either way. So just want to take a look at some build-up things as well as a couple of transition moments. So just starting out, we're taking a look at our decisions to build, and the key theme of this is going to be, when we play the ball, who has the best time and space, or who has the most time and space, and are we playing the ball to a teammate that has the most time and space? So you're going to see here with Eliza, as she carries the ball over here, you can recognize that the entire Armor's team, or front five, front six, they're gravitating towards this side to press. So immediately it's, can we pick up our head and find who has the most time and space? Now, if you play this ball early, maybe we can break the line past these five players. But Kathy seems to have the most time and space. Actually, Kathy should probably be out here so that Elisa can play into Eliza can play into Alyssa, and then we can play it up the sideline. So, eventually we do get the ball through, but you can see when we're looking at the amount of black jerseys that are in a quarter of the field, it's pretty tough to get out of. Like I said, we clear the ball. It's a 50-50. Maddie does do a decent job of getting back to apply some pressure and challenge, but they regain the ball. So again, the whole point of them pressing in this area here is so that they can make it difficult on us, get the ball, and then transition to attack real quick. So we're good. We get it out here. And, with this, Kira, it's can we play the early pass in while Emily, has a little bit of momentum and has the jump. By the time we carry, we give them a chance to kind of squeeze together and stop Emily from getting into that space. Not a bad effort, just something to think about. Very similar here. You can see where their numbers are on top of our 18 as we get the ball. So in this situation here, Lisa, Kathy, anybody, G, who's playing center back, this player is 18 yards away. And if we're not quick in our buildup, we give her a chance to get close to us and then try and tackle us around our 18 or in and around our 18. So the movement here, needs to be either a little bit quicker into that space here. Maybe if it's L going into this space, there, so maybe a ball goes in behind, but now we're put into a situation where we're 3v3 in the corner of the field, and it's really difficult for us to get out. So again, the coaching point is just get the ball up quicker. Can we switch the ball here over to Kathy and over to the right side? Can you get the ball, Lisa, out of your feet before this player gets to you and play, a 30-yard ball into this space, just to keep them honest and not allow them to press us so hard. Next situation here, ball security is key. Instead of playing, I see what Mia's trying to do there and curl the ball into Maddie. And she does have some good time and space, but there are players around that we can potentially play the ball on the ground. Similar here, now we're just playing it into the air and creating a little bit of a melee. This is much better now with Mia, and excellent in finding Maddie's feet. But the key here is, Maddie, as you take your first touch, can you turn? Can you take the first touch into some space, or then maybe you can play Kira into this area or combine with Emily, and then our left back, needs to get up a little bit further as well. So can we play this right away as Emily's creating space there, and now Kira's serving or dribbling into you guys having a 2v2? And all it does is just gives them time to get back and organize their lines a bit, and that's what we want to avoid. We want to be quick and fast in the combination. Maybe Kira, take your touch outside there just to give yourself some more space. And again, very similar, lots of little challenges now. So Mia there, who has the most time and space? If I back up, who has more time and space? Can we play into this player? If we're going to play it into Christina, can we play it there? Christina, can you run forward and give yourself a little bit more space? Mia, can you turn out this way and play a 2v1 with Kira? in that situation. So again, it's recognizing where's the pressure on you and who has the most time and space to be able to succeed and what gets us closer to their goal. So in this one here, Emily, appreciate you running into space, but if you check back here and get this pass on the ground, that allows Maddie to run in behind and unbalances their center backs a little bit more. So I know Christian's talking about forward movement a lot. That's very important for us in that situation. And again, I think that in that situation we can probably find a pass, to keep possession of the ball. Same thing here. It's okay, Emma, that ball goes in. Rafi, good job to secure the ball here. Another good job here. And then recognize the triangle that we have here, Rose, when we get on the ball. Mia T, could you come over and provide an option so that she could play under? Rose, are you able to turn and play here? Or even Kira, come here so that we can combine a little bit more. The idea is there, Rose. It's just that the execution and getting the pass on her feet. So final third runs, I just want to highlight really good job from the back four. You can see the shape that they have to challenge any ball that comes in. So we'll just watch it a little bit in real time. Ball comes in, everybody's dropping back, managing and covering each other. Fantastic job there. So as we see again, when we play this ball in to Kira, in behind to Kira, Maddie and Emily, you've got full momentum to run in. And then as that ball is delivered, if you can play this ball one touch right there, and Maddie and Emily, you're picking up speed, we could probably get an early opportunity, create an own goal, get a finish, something like that. So ball goes in, but we didn't have forwards at the near post or quick enough runs in. So here's transition to defend and covering for each other. There's only a couple of the moments in the game where we felt like we needed to have a little bit more cover. This run in behind is a problem. So if we're not pressuring this player right there, we've got to be careful that ball is going to be successful. So once L goes out, Lisa, we've got to slide over. Kathy, I think you get caught a little bit too far away. See the big gap, and a good team can potentially play them into a 1v1 against you. And we're a little spread out here. So again, when we're talking about covering, we're talking about everyone covering each other. Mia's doing a good job to get back. Kira, we want to get into that area here. Maya as well to help out. But because we're not covering, we're late to step to this player here who could potentially shoot. And now, since Elle went past, since Christina went past, let me just back it up a little bit. Christina stepped beyond Kathy, and that should be Kathy stepping so that Christina, you can cover right there. Once you step past, we leave this player wide open. We have this player wide open in a 2v1 against Kathy. And it's an accident. And obviously, we don't think that was a foul, but at the end of the day, the referee called it. Good ball out here from Bristol. So as we're attacking, and again, just want to highlight who has the most time and space. We want to Mia, we want to come back and get that ball a little bit there. That's decent. Are we close enough to G in this situation? Are we covering? Who's covering Kathy right there? Good. Good step. Are we covering? Yes, very much so. So very good job. So again, while we look at something that was a little problematic, we also want to make sure that we're showing you, what it's supposed to look like when done really well and effectively. Now, as they transition, good initial pressure on the ball. Lisa steps, cover here. Midfield, we want to make sure we track back and help out as well. On this one here, as the ball is bouncing, we've just got to make sure we run through it. Either it's heading the ball or running at full speed to, get the ball. But once it gets like this, it becomes a little problematic. Even though we have good cover, we're allowing them to get a challenge on it. And now the ball is up in the air and we're facing our own goalkeeper and it's a little chaotic. You can look what our back four line looks like now, basically because that first ball wasn't challenged. So very important that, that initial first ball we take care of. Christina goes and jumps in forward. So very important to cover because Mia's going to have to go to this player here. Mia A, we got to make sure we come back and double down on that. Ball in behind. As L goes to challenge, we're covered. But again, think back to one of the other clips. It's a really big gap against Eliza to be really far away. So again, two center back, outside back, center back, outside back. And again, we want our back four to look like this. Okay. It's a flat back four. So once it's not looking like that, we have to ask some questions and say, okay, who's pressuring and who's covering? So is there a pressure situation here? Are we drop back and covering so that they don't get an easy pass? And again, same clip there we just looked at. So again, just reviewing, showing you the good, showing you the positive, or showing you something we can improve on, showing you something positive, and then reviewing it again and seeing when the situation is when we're lacking some cover. So just take a look at our restarts. There's not much to them, but if we're not going to get the ball past this first line of defense, it's a problem for us. So we might as well get Christina up here, Maya out here, and maybe we pass the ball into this area and serve it from a closer and a better angle away from the goal. So nobody did anything wrong. We just didn't, we didn't execute on the delivery of the service. 1v4, we got to step on that first ball when they get it. But big challenge either way. Similar here, making sure we get it past. If it's a shot, then we've got to make sure we get it up in the air and on the frame. But if not, there's nothing wrong with us playing it to wide players and forcing one or two of these players to come out and then serving it from a different angle. If we're going to do that type of pass, let's make sure that we have a player running into that gap in an onside position and trying to get something on it. So again, we probably should do more review of set pieces, but again, very simple. That's deep. This is a decent ball from G here. Now we just got to pounce on it and not allow them to get too much into transition. So that one there, we just want to get that one behind that last player. So again, if we're going to shoot it, we need to make sure that runners are getting there right at the six as soon as the ball is struck to at least put the goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure. But like I said, overall, very good result. We'll look forward to seeing them again soon. Get in touch if you have any questions.